Hello, hello, Jess here. I'm coming to you after a wonderful and eventful evening. My life is always an adventure. And I want to chat with you tonight about what do you do when you're not prepared? So this evening, I decided that I would ride my motorcycle to my friend's house for our Wine Wednesday night. Now, I'm not drinking, so the motorcycle is a good way to help make sure that I'm not drinking. Um, but also, it's just beautiful, so why not ride the motorcycle? Get there, I'm a little bit late, stuff my face. We had fondue, that was the theme for this evening, and it was a great, fantastic, fabulous time. Well, the whole time I was thinking I was charging my phone, and it did not charge. So my phone was nearly dead. And I get ready to go leave and get on my motorcycle, and there's no lights. Now, you're not allowed to drive in a car at nighttime at night with no lights. So you definitely should not be driving on a motorcycle at nighttime with no lights. Very, very dangerous. And it was just really not unsettling, but it just almost funny, right? Because something happens. It was a great day, and there's always something to make it even more of an adventure. How can you handle this situation? I think one of the greatest things about life is that we are always challenged. We're always pushed to see how much more we can take, what we can get through. How are we going to handle this situation? So a friend of mine has a motorcycle very much like me, the friend that I was at her house, and she offered for me to use the light from her motorcycle. So of course I go and I'm like, all right, let's figure this out. So I go start trying to get the light off of her motorcycle, realize I should probably try to get the one off of mine off first. Mind you, it's dark. I'm in the middle of the street trying to do this. And ultimately, I ended up having to borrow her phone to get a YouTube video, decide that it was just way too complicated to do in the dark, and ask her for a ride home. Of course, 9 million other different scenarios had run through my head. Who could I call? What could I do? All of these types of things because I don't like to be in that situation where I don't have options. There's always a choice on how we handle a situation. We can freak out or we can put some plans in place and start taking action. So when you're in a situation that you don't know what's going to happen or how you got there or whatever the case may be, how do you handle it? Do you make the choice to stay calm and collected and figure out what your next steps are, or do you freak out and start blaming people or whatever? My responsibility. I'll handle it. How do I figure it out? What can I do? So I challenge you in the next time, because it happens all of the time, that you are wondering, how am I going to handle this situation? Take a deep breath and make the choice to handle it instead of freaking out, instead of getting angry, instead of blaming other people. Take a deep breath, think about where your options are, and take your first step. I hope this is helpful. I would love to hear your comments below. I did not ride the motorcycle. I will go pick it up sometime later this week. And I just hope you have a great evening and find adventure in everything that you do, because what's the point of life if you're not having fun? So feel free to like, comment, share. I would love to have some input. I would love to connect with you, and I hope you have a great evening.